So to start off doing a press nails, you first need to cut your nails because it helps it look more natural, and it also helps the Apres stay longer. So after you have that done, I already did mine. After you have that done, you start to check which pieces fit you. I already know which ones fit me. Hi. But I will demonstrate because this should always be the first step. So you see that one fits, and then you start placing the ones that fit here. I know which ones fit me already, so I will just demonstrate. Okay, so I have this one here for this hand, and I'm only going to be showing this hand first, and then I will show you the final result. So there's that. Once you have your Apres ready to put on, you leave that aside. Let's leave this here at this corner, and you do your cuticles because your cuticles will allow your Apres to stay on longer. If you do not do your cuticles, oh sorry, I have this cuticle eliminator. I love this brand. It's really good. It has always helped me. Actually, it says #1. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it's really good for me. So I'm going to, I moved it. I'm going to just put it here. Here. Gonna spread it around a little bit, and then I'm gonna dip it in warm water. This will help the pores open up, and I'll be able to push back my cuticles even better. If you do not do your cuticles, it is very likely for you to experience lifting, and also oils. It is better to remove your oils. In the cuticles, you probably have some oil, so you push it back, and I will demonstrate afterwards that using acetone is important. It helps the product stay. It's like somewhat of a help, like an extra bond. I already have here this Pro Bond that I like to use on my nails to help the chemicals stick together. Basically, like, you know, when you're painting a wall, there's always the base, there's always a primer, then the base, then you actually do the painting, and then you put on the final gloss. That's the way you're supposed to do it to help it look better overall. Well, same thing with nails. So I'm just gonna soak this in here. Not too long. I'd say about a minute should be fine. Then you're gonna want to be careful. You don't wanna just go harsh. You wanna just slightly like push back a little bit. Just enough. Just make sure you're not hurting yourself. Sorry if I'm at a bad angle. Getting used to this. I don't know if you guys can see here. This is partially from my cuticles and partially from the product I applied, but it's always so satisfying to see this like removal process. I don't know why. I really enjoy it. This is my first video, so I'm really getting used to the camera. Let me see, maybe if I move this out of the way. Okay, it's a little better. Move this completely out of the way. Okay. I always like to start here with the corners, and then I slightly move down, and then for here I like to go back in the corners and then slightly move back. I feel like that way it works better, versus just like if you go like that, I feel like it's not the same. It feels more clean, at least for me. At least for me, I always like to do one hand first and then the other. I'll show you guys as I go. So far, I like to go like 2 times just in case I missed a spot. Look at this. You guys see this? It's partially like you could really tell from the cuticles here. Wow, I'm always amazed. Yeah. Okay, after I'm done with that, I will cut my cuticles here. Always try to be as gentle as possible. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, then you could do a Russian manicure, but I believe that this traditional old school way of removing your cuticles is better. I feel like it leaves your hands cleaner, and I don't know, I like it. I feel like it, yeah, cleaner. Just leaves your hands cleaner. Oh, guys, when you're cutting your cuticles, don't pull up. I know I do that sometimes. It's because this cuticle remover, this cuticle cutter I have is a little bit old, and I get a little frustrated sometimes. So I'll just pull up, but it's not good. Don't do that. Don't pull up. You could actually hurt yourself really, really bad and probably bleed. I don't know if you guys can see here. I think I should move the light forward. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, you guys can see that. It fell. Let me see. I have this little flap over here. You don't need to cut too much, just enough where it's not or it doesn't look like it's coming out of your fingers, like it's glued there or something. Let me try to see if I can find one. Okay, here. You guys see that? You see this little thing? Well, just this here. That's how much cuticle you should be removing. That's how much. And then with this, I sometimes use it as a cuticle pusher. So I push before I cut. I push down to make sure that I don't grab a piece that I don't intend to grab. So I don't know if you can see here. There's this piece here. I'm gonna grab it. I don't know why it's so hard to see with the camera. Then I cut this because I know I can. But again, if you're not experienced with this, try to do as little as possible and it'll be better. You don't want to cut yourself. Okay? And now I'll just do the rest. So this is how my nails look after I've cleaned out the cuticles. I should have done it before and after. But yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. They're a little scratched up because I haven't treated them right. But we're gonna make them beautiful now. Okay, the next step. Oh, before I forget. These are nail bits for if you want to do a Russian manicure. My favorite one to use is this green one here and this one, the blank one. They are really soft and they're not as intrusive as these here. They're very soft, very gentle, and I like to use this one to remove the dust. Okay, I got this off Amazon, and I'm sure you guys can find it there as well. It's not my preference to use this for doing a press, but I think it might be good for starters. And if you already have one of these drills, I don't recommend them for people who only want to do gel or regular manicures. This is more for people who want to do more advanced stuff to their nails. And also it takes time to learn how to use the drill, because you can be too rough. It's very easy to go overboard, and it does take practice and stability. I'm gonna show you right now. To turn on the drill, you just move it here. Whoa, it's not doing this in real life. I don't know why it's doing that on camera, but it's not doing that in real life. Okay, so this is to change the rotation. This is forward, this is backwards. I like to use it forward. This is to see the battery. It's at 99. When it's at 0, it's not, like, it's on, but it hasn't started moving. I'm gonna put it here so you guys can see. Now you can see this is at the lowest level. It can be a little rough, especially if you go like, you could really hurt yourself with this. And if you want to see that, use it on fruits. If you want to start getting the hang of it. You heard that? Yeah, it is scary. It is scary. I like to use it at most level 2. So what we're gonna use this for is to create little indents in the nail. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it right now. So here with the drill, what you're going to do is you're going to buff the nail, and you're going to do it this way, this way, and then switch this way, that way, because you're going to make scratches to the nail bed in order for the product to stick better. Because if it's too smooth, if the nail bed is too smooth, the product won't adhere as well. You're creating like little holes, I guess, but you don't want to damage your nails either. So right now I was going this way, and now I'm going to switch to this way. If you're going to do a regular nail polish, you should want the nail bed to be smooth, because it looks healthier that way. It appears to be healthier, but for what we're going to be doing now, a press, I think this is better. For gel, you don't really need to do this, but for a press, yes, because you're trying to get this plastic basically to stick onto your natural nail. This nail piece here, this one is black, and it is one of the softest ones you could use for your nails. That's why I like it. I do have an orange or brown one, but I think that's a little too rough for my nails, because my nails are already very thin. They feel like onions, so I kind of don't want to risk it. I'll just stick with this. So, oops, I forgot this one. Here, I'm going to create the patch now. Yes. Okay, so there might be a little bit of dust after you do that, and then I like to go with my nail bits sometimes afterwards. Use this one to like clean it out. It feels not so messy. Okay, so we turn off this drill, and we're going to remove this bit. This bit. it out. This one, you always have to turn it off in order to remove it. You don't want to just remove it. Here, it's locked in place. It's not going to fall. And we turn on the nail bit. Look at that. I just love doing this. It feels so clean. Because sometimes doing your nails can be messy. And then you do this and you're like, wow, I love it. Like, you see that? And it's fun too. See, I feel like my nails look not so messy. Sometimes when I get lazy with using the drill or whatever, I'll just use this coarse. What do you call this? I forgot what it's called. You know, the little nail stuff. Yeah, you buy this one, the coarse one. The medium one is here at the front. It's 180. It's softer. The coarse one is here at the back. Sorry, this was me removing my nail polish, and it was black. Only I decided to. You know what? I'm gonna remove this dark nail color on this light nail thingy. Only me. Whatever. But it is washable. Trust me. I tried to wash it, and a lot of it came out, but you know, it still has some residue. It's dark. Leaves no color residue. I'm just looking at this right now. I didn't even, whatever, it did leave some residue, but I'm not complaining about this. Anyways, whatever, I'm gonna get back to doing my nails. I get carried away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this part, the hard part, here, but I'm not going to do it in like a uniform way. I'm going to do it in a very like chaotic way. That way things stick better. The little Apres plastic, whatever, sticks better. So I'm doing it like this and side to side as well. You could also do it back and forth. Here. This is for whenever I don't want to use my drill. I use this. Right now I'm using this again because I went very softly with my drill, but you do want to create the perfect surface for the Apres to stick. So you should go, you know, a bit in there, but it's very important to not hurt yourself. If you feel like your nails are hurting, stop what you're doing. You should always be gentle. There's no need to be rough. If you feel, the other aspect about the nail drill over here is that it can get heat up. It can heat up your nails. If you're doing it in one spot without moving for too long, it can heat up and it can hurt you. So for beginners, I recommend using this nail file. That's the name. It's called the nail file. I can't believe I forget names like that. Whatever. This nail file, get you a Corals one. Corals one for your nails. Oh my god, you can see the difference. I didn't need a before and after picture. You can see the difference here, like before I remove my cuticles, because I haven't done this hand. This hand is for later versus this hand looks neater. I did hurt myself here, so I have an indent because I was pulling with my cuticle the same way I told you guys not to do it. Well, I'm stubborn like that, so I did it anyways. But you shouldn't do that because you could hurt yourself. I'm not really bleeding, but I did hurt myself. Let me show you. There, you guys can see it's kind of like a little hole, so I did hurt myself. Okay, back to making my nails. Okay, something that I recommend with people who do have a drill is to, I'm going to push these. I left them here in a corner so I could finish the rest of my nails and it wouldn't be in the way, but I leave it in order. This is for my pinky, this finger, the middle finger is this one, this is for my thumb, you know, it goes in order. You can also tell by the size difference. It helps me visually at least, but what I was saying is, if you have a drill, you should try to break the structure here as well. It's going to help it stick better. So you do it to your nails and you do it here. If you do have the drill, the nail drill. If you have a file, I don't think you can do this unless you have one of those really tiny files that are also porous and you can do it, then, you know, go ahead. It should end up looking like this. You can see the dents in there. This one, it fits perfectly, but as you're going to see in the others, it will not fit as perfect. Here, it might fit a little bit because it's wide. But I'm going to show you right now. If I get the pinky, it's not going to be the same. You see, it's hitting the borders. I can only get here to the bottom. But that's okay. That's okay. You do what you can. You try to create little indents in there, and if you're struggling, because this is very tiny, as you guys can see, I barely made any indents in there. Barely any, and that's fine. You do what you can. This one is a little bit easier than the pinky. Helps it stick better. And this one is the one I was missing. This one is also having some issues. I don't know if you guys could tell, but it is easier than the pinky. I'm just gonna leave that like that. And we're done with the nail drill for now. Now what we're going to do is, I have this acetone here. We're going to, wait, let me fix the camera. Okay, now we are going to grab some acetone. I'm running out. Let me see. Like it. Ah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the camera. Well, you guys can see now. I'm pushing this down here, running out of acetone, but I only need a little bit for what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to wet my brush a little bit. Okay, oops, I got too much. I'm gonna let it dry out a little bit. Let's put the camera back where it was. I don't want to flood my cuticles either, but I'm going to slightly dab, you know. I'm going to dab over here. Yeah, it's not flooding my cuticles. Good. Okay, you see here? Let me fix the light. Okay. Here, you can see it's dry. And now you're gonna see it looks wet. You see? So what this is doing is removing any oils from the nail bed so that the product can stick better. Okay. You don't need to do it more than that. You do not want to put acetone on top of the nail because acetone will break down the plastic. Okay? That's another thing. Wherever you're going to put acetone, it should be specifically made for it. You can't just put it in a whatever plastic thing because it can eat plastic. Any nail products are harsh chemicals. Anything you do on your nails usually involves harsh chemicals, okay? So this here, what I just grabbed is a nail primer. It's acid free, so like I said, all these nail products have harsh chemicals. So I use this one. It's not as harsh. It's from Gelish. It's Pro Bond. I don't know. I just heard it's good, so I got it. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to put it on your nails, but it cannot touch this part here of your nail, like the lower part where your cuticles come from. No, it should just be here at the center because it can be too harsh. Even though this one is not that bad, it should be here, and at the ends here. It's not so bad, okay? So I'm going to repeat it here, middle and out, middle and out, middle and out. Oops, I touched my skin. You shouldn't touch your skin with this, but it's because I'm having such a hard time with the camera setup. After you put this on, let it air dry for like 30 seconds or something. Then we get to the fun part. Okay, I have my products are from Beatles. I got everything a long time ago. I got the little Beatles kit. I heard that they did downgrade a little bit from the first time I bought them, but I don't know because I bought these products in like 2020 and I still have them. So I don't know. I'm gonna show you right now. Here we're going to go like this. I like to not push the skin with the brush, but if I do want to get closer in there, I just push the brush here. I just push the brush here, and yeah, it starts to move the product. You see? It's fully coated, as you can see, and I didn't touch the outside. It's just from practice and experience. But if you do, you can always clean them. I recommend you do all your nails first and then you clean them, because probably if you start cleaning them as you go, gel bleeds a little bit, and what that means is like it moves around because it's not fully dried until you put it in the lamp to cure. So it's gonna keep moving and you're gonna have to keep cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. Might as well just wait for the end. So you see here what I'm doing is I'm pushing the product. Okay, there, I think it's good. And up. My nail surface is not really smooth because I've been doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing to my nails. I'm a little stubborn and I'm a little impatient, so I do stuff I know I shouldn't be doing. And then I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll just do a press and my nails will look perfect. But really, I should be taking care of my nails. Okay, let's push this back. Push this back a little bit here. And then, oh, my pinky, couldn't see. Why is my camera like that? Okay, here. Some people, as they're putting the product on their hands, they dip it into the bottle again and to get more, but at least for the base or this nail glue, I don't feel like I have to do that. I get enough from one go. I get enough. Ugh, I wish the camera would just... Okay, I think you can see it better here from a distance. I don't really need to clean the nail beds, but if you do have to, you can dip it in acetone and like go like this, you know, wherever it is that you need it. Let me see very well. Oh, I do actually need here because, like I said, gel bleeds. So even if you put it right, it can still bleed. Let me see here. I have a tiny bit. I don't know if you could see. I think you could see a little bit here. This very slight edge. I mean, it's not like the most important thing, but just for the purpose of demonstrating to you guys here, there's also a very tiny bit outside where the skin is. It's nothing drastic. Okay, now I'm going to cure this in the lamp. As you can see, my lamp is dirty because everybody uses my lamp. Everyone in my family. Ooh, do not look at the light. Well, you're doing your nails. You do not look at the light. The light is harmful. Those UV rays are really harmful for your eyes. Okay, after you have cured your hands there for 60 seconds, it should be good. to go in the little lamps. You can start putting your fake ones on, your little fake things, putting it here. Oof. Okay, this part always gets to me because I only have two hands and one of them is unable to be used. So you grab the one that you want to start with. This one, I'm going to do my thumbs first, and I'm going to put some product on it. This same nail glue. I just need a little bit. Try not to oversaturate this on the nail because it will, if you put too much, then you will have excess product here in the borders, and then you have to go back in there and clean it, and it's just a headache. It's just better to do it right. Do it right, use just enough product. Here I'm passing it over and over again because I grabbed a little bit of product. So, but I think it's better to grab a little bit than too much. Okay, let me show you. You will not be able to see those little patches that you saw. And because my nails are very short, I don't need to do all that much. I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to bring this forward. And before I even turn on the lamp or anything, here, you see how there's no air bubbles? You know it's perfect to go in the lamp. Then you're going to make sure that you don't get any air bubbles. Obviously, I do have a lot of practice with this, but I'm going to show you an example later with air bubbles. If you do get air bubbles, I recommend it's better to just take off the nail because it is very likely to pop off later on, and you don't want that. You want your nails to stick. And try to hold this in place for as long as the light is on, because while the light is on, it's still drying. The only way that this can dry is with UV. UV is the only way this can dry. And I try to hold it in place. I notice it also lasts stronger. It's like stronger when you do hold on to it. Sometimes I do get lazy and I let go because I'm like, oh, it's been there for a while, but no. I know it's better when I do. Okay, let's see the final result. Oof, there's like a tiny little air bubble in there, but it's really not big. You know, that can happen to anybody. It's really not big because I was focused on, but it's very, very tiny. You almost can't tell. Let me see. That's a little tiny air bubble. You almost can't tell. I don't think it will affect the nail, so I'll just leave it there. And right now, I'm going to show you what you should avoid. We're going to redo the steps with this nail. Think this much. Okay, I'm not sure if I used too much product. Hopefully it goes on right. I hesitate before putting it on because I know that creates bubbles if you just do the wrong angle or whatever. But you know what? We're trying to get air bubbles so I can teach you. Let's say I try to put it in the lamp like this. I'm gonna get air bubbles. You do not want to do that because that means the nail is not going to dry properly. So if that happens, just this isn't coming out right. Okay, whatever. There's a slight air bubble. Okay, no, I have to clean my nails. I have to clean my nails. I can't. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it started to bleed. That's what happens when you use too much product. Also, when you do it wrong the first time, it's normal to get gel bleeding outside because it's like you're pushing and pushing. And you just applied gel to this nail, so to the fake nail, so it's normal for the product to bleed out. Okay, cleaning that out. You don't want that. There. Okay, I'm not gonna put more product on, like, I think it's enough. Also, when you're going to put it on, make sure that the angle is right, the position is right, because you don't want to put on your nail and then it's crooked, and then you have to take it out, fix it again. You know, just try to do it once and do it right. Okay, here I hesitate a little bit, and then I just bam. See, right now it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's okay. You don't need to be perfect. You get it the more you do it. Plus, I did it wrong the first time, so there's that. Try to keep pushing down. Oh, if you want to know how the lamp turns on, there's a little button here that I touch. I'm gonna show you later. There's a little button there that I touch. And then the lamp has its own timing. You don't need to put timing on the lamp. Sometimes I also like to move it around to make sure if there are air bubbles anywhere else, they get pushed down. There's some air bubbles around. Okay, you can see some air bubbles. I should put it back in the lamp. Let me put it back in the lamp. Okay, now that it's out. Okay, you see air bubble, and it is bleeding a little bit at the end. You see like very few air bubbles in there. It's not like a big bubble, but you do see some, you know? Oops, I touched myself. Ooh, you see that? You see that little shiny thing? That's an air bubble. But it's not one that will make my nails get lifted. A big one will. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my next nail. You know what? Maybe I'll do them wrong next time. It's just, it breaks my heart to do my nails wrong, you know? Even if it's for education purposes, it just breaks my heart. I'm just gonna show you guys how to do it the right way. But if your nails, when you dry them up like this and you notice that there's a really big air bubble, especially towards the ends over here, the ends is what's gonna make it lift. This outer area having air bubbles by there, that's what's gonna make it lift. So this one here, I do have somewhat of an air bubble, but it's not that big of a deal because it's very tiny. If you notice, it's like, I do have some space here. It's not a big deal either. But yeah, if it's here by the cuticle area or even here, that means it's going to start lifting where the bubble is. If the bubble is here, it's going to start lifting here. If the bubble is here, it's going to start lifting here. And whatever you apply pressure on the nail, like let's say you're opening your bag, carrying some groceries, that's where it's going to start lifting. So I put product on this one already. Yeah, I did. I put product here. Oh, I'm going to show you guys how to turn on the lamp. I use whatever finger is not going to be used, like this one I'm going to put it on. I use this finger here to touch this on button. And my lamps are dirty because I do use them a lot. Yeah, they're dirty. I don't even know how they get dirty. Like, I always wash my hands before doing anything. I always wash my hands before. But you know what? Next time I do my nails for you guys, I'm gonna clean these products because it's unfathomable. Unfathomable. Yeah. I'm not dirty, I swear. It's just, I don't know what happens. I don't know. Only, please don't get bubbles. That's the only bad thing about Apres is you have to make sure that you don't get bubbles. As I push down, as I'm drying my nails here, I know the camera angle's bad, but if I start seeing that there might the air bubbles in a specific spot, I push down on that spot. Same way I'm pushing down here, push down on it so that the bubble goes away. And then here. Okay, overall it's pretty smooth. There is a tiny one here, but it's really not enough to make the nail pop out. Oh, this here? Wait, no, this is not a bubble, this is just gel. My bad. Yeah, this is gel here too. Yep, and this one here has some product that bled over because I did it wrong the first time. But it's okay. We'll make it work. Ooh, so this is what I have for now. Let me show you up close. You don't really see any air bubbles. This one over here is really getting on my nerves. But it's not that big, so it's just me being a perfectionist. Now we are going to cure this entire hand in the nail lamp. So I'm gonna put my hand in there. Don't look inside the lamp. Do not look inside the lamp. I know there's this new thing where people are using UV light to cure eyelashes. That is terrible. I don't know who signed up on that idea. That can actually harm your eyes so bad. I'm so worried for the people who actually get that service done. I've seen that on social media and stuff, but if you guys are thinking about doing that, I highly discourage anyone from doing that. Please, it's the first thing we learned in beauty school. Do not look inside the lamp. Okay, done. So now after this, it should be strong. Please don't. This is a strength test. I push it back and forth. I wiggle it around a little bit just to see how good it is. Ow, I did that too hard. Don't do that hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. You're just trying to see that it's not going to lift at all. And normally if you don't have any air bubbles, it's not going to lift. It should be strong. It should be strong. Look, if you see this is not breaking. Even though I have this tiny air bubble, it's not enough to make it start breaking. Another thing why I love Apres, it's not like acrylics. If you do harm your nails and they end up breaking, what happens is that it just removes the product, it pops out. You're not left with a broken nail, you're not bleeding like that, so it's good. Okay, so I have this here. I'm gonna cut my nails. I think I'm gonna do like shorter, on the shorter side. I like long nails, but yeah, I'm gonna go with short. Okay, I did this size. I'm going to make them even shorter because I left them a little longer because I'm going to make them almond shaped, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do almond shape. It's my favorite, but a lot of people get it wrong. Like, you'll go to the nail salon and they'll either give you round, or I don't know, they'll just mess up. They won't do almond. I'm gonna show you guys how to get that. Okay, so for almond, you want to cut this edge here, like this, very like you don't want to do too much like that. You don't want to put it there. You want to just get this corner right here. You just get the corners. There have been times where I just because I'm impulsive like that, but just get the corners, really. Oops, this is a little curved. Just get the corners, just saying, yeah. Okay. The very corners. You don't need to go like all the way in here. Just get the very corners. I'm gonna do this because I say so. I know right now it doesn't really look very almond shaped, but we're going to get there. Now I'm thinking maybe I should make them shorter. It's okay if it's not even. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just getting rid of the corners. Ah. Come on, girl. Strong. Ooh. Okay. So they're not very even. And that's okay. I think I should make them shorter. Gosh, why am I like this? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave them like this. Watch me then regret it if I make them too short. I don't know. Actually, I'm pretty indecisive. You know what? I'll probably make them shorter as I go. You know what? Let me just cut this little pointed tip right here. I don't want to do too much. Just getting rid of all the pointiness. This is not perfect. Getting rid of this pointiness. Either way, I have to pass a nail file, so I'll be good. I'm just getting rid of like anything else I might have to file. Tiny bit here. Not too much. Not too much. Okay, and it's starting to look a little bit more like the shape. That way you don't have to file down as much. Let me see, what is here? Yeah, this looks a little weird. Let me fix it. Okay. There, it looks better. Looks better. Let me see here. No, it looks a little square. Okay. Okay, there. Yeah, because there's been many times where I just like file it to the shape and it takes forever to get there. So here, I'm just going to, I like to use the coarse part because it's sharper, so I finish faster. And go here, and go here. I'm showing you the middle finger because, I don't know, it's easier on camera. It's easier for me to show on camera. There's nothing personal, guys. I swear. I swear. And then you just... Man, they're kind of long. Should I keep them like this? Should I shorten them? I should make them shorter. But I don't want to. Oh, what a dilemma. You know what? I'm gonna leave them like this. I already made them. I'm not trying to struggle. I'm just trying to teach you guys how to do them. If I want to, I'll cut them later. Not a big deal. For the purpose of the video, let's just keep going. La 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 la. Watch me regret it later. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. We got this. So right now what I'm doing is, see, it's not perfectly rounded, like it looks a little bit squared. So we're going to just, curve it a little bit, like remove that squarishness. That's what we're doing. We're removing the squares. Removing the square. Removing this square here. Okay, and then you start doing that for all the nails. Like, I think you can see this. It's not as squared as it was, but make it look like an easy transition. I like to angle this like somewhat of a V shape, and then here you see, because what I'm trying to do is I hope I'm explaining it right. Like, yeah. And then I also go on the bottom. I try not to like do it here too much. Like do it close to this downward area. It's better to focus it here on the top. Okay, that's a better explanation. Yeah. Okay, let me see the bottom. You check the top and you check the bottom of the nails as well while you're filing. Okay, you see this one here? Oh, this one here is perfect. Yes, it's very squared. So you want to remove the edges of the square. You see, oh, it looks so much better. Oh, okay. I'm happy. I can show you guys. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's a shot. That's the shot. It's the Hollywood shot. It's perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna fix this one here as well. This edge here, it's also squared. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, I can see it. The camera's so bad. Whatever. I'm just gonna fix it. Ooh, something I just noticed. Okay, so I was showing you guys like from this angle, but this angle is very important as well. You want to go like this. Make it like a triangle-ish shape. You're not going for a stiletto. A stiletto would be more like this. Okay, you're going for almond, so you're just going to remove the width here. There's some width, you're going to remove some of the width. And I'll show you guys how it looks. You're not going like this. You're going like this. It's somewhat straight, but not too straight, just like here. This should be enough. Okay? Okay, so this is the shape I have. Let me fix it here. This is what you're gonna get if you follow my advice. It should come out like this. You see how it's not fully completely rounded at the end. It has a little bit of just a tiny bit of inwards indent. That's the almond. It's not completely rounded, but it's not sharp either. This one did come out rounded because I don't know, I like that one to be shorter. I actually like the middle finger to be longer, this one to be shorter, these two to be similar, and then this one's just there. I know I'm weird like that, but whatever. It's my taste. My hands. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this hand and I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, so I did my right hand. This is the final product, and I did shorten this left hand because I changed my mind. I think it looks better like this. And now we're just going to paint the nails gel. You really don't need a base color. You already have a press, so it's like you did the steps. As long as you have the press glued on, you're good. All you gotta do is paint the nail, just like I showed you with the nail glue. I love this beige color. Okay, and this is the first coat here. Now I'm gonna do the rest of my nails. Okay, I painted this first coat, and right after I paint the first coat, I clean it. I clean out the border, put some acetone here, and I just clean wherever it needs to be cleaned. I don't have a lot of well, there I see here needs some cleaning. The less you need to clean up, the better, because acetone does dissolve plastic. So the Apres is basically just a plastic you put on top of your natural nail, and in order to remove the Apres, you use acetone, which I'll show you later in another video how to do it. But yeah, right now we could just put it inside the UV lamp and we're good. This is how the first coat looks dried, and now I'm gonna do the second coat. Okay, this is after the second coat, and now I'm going to put on the gloss top coat. Okay, this is with the top coat on. It looks so shiny, so glossy. Now I'm gonna put on some cuticle oil. So this is the final product. They look so cute, so classy. Didn't even have to go to a nail salon. Did it myself. You could do it too.